You know that feeling, right? That favorite band tee or maybe that really cool graphic shirt you just love. And after, like, just a few washes, it starts to fade or crack or just lose something.
Yeah, it's super disappointing.
It really is. And you start to wonder, is there some secret? Like, how do you actually make these things last?
Well, people ask that a lot.
Exactly. So today on the deep dive, we're going to cut through all that confusion. We're digging into a really thorough guide from Pencil Pulse Fashion. Seriously, it's like a goldmine for this stuff.
That's right. And our mission, really, is to take that frustration you feel when your best shirt starts looking, well, sad, and turn it into action. Informed action.
Okay.
Give you the steps, the practical stuff,
Yeah.
but also, crucially, the why behind them.
Ah, the why. Good.
Yeah. So you can actually preserve the look, the feel, keep those custom shirts looking sharp, just like when you first got them.
Okay, so let's unpack this. It often feels like a total mystery why these awesome shirts just kind of deteriorate so fast.
All right.
But this Pixel Pulse guide suggests it's usually us. Simple mistakes in how we care for them.
Pretty much, yeah. Improper care is often the culprit.
That's the frustrating part. But the good news, I guess, is that you can actually do something about it. The key takeaway for you listening is how to keep that look, that vibrancy, going for as long as possible.
And an important point right off the bat, screen printed isn't just one single thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, there are general rules, sure, things that apply broadly, but different printing methods. They use different tech, different materials.
Right.
So they sometimes have slightly different needs. Think about screen printing on those moisture-wicking performance fabrics.
Like workout gear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those fabrics are often more delicate than, say, standard cotton. They need gentler handling.
Makes sense.
Or you've got techniques like acid print or vintage wash tees. They use chemicals or special dyes to get that, deliberately old look.
Yeah, worn-in vibe, yeah.
Right. Which often means the fabric itself is maybe a bit more fragile or the color could shift more easily. So extra gentle care is key there. We'll get into specifics like DTG and sublimation later, but just knowing there are nuances helps set the stage.
Okay, that totally makes sense. So, if we want to do this right, where do we even begin? The guide really hammers home that getting the prep right is like half the battle.
Absolutely. Preparation is key.
So, starting right at the beginning, the pre-wash stuff, most of us have heard, turn it inside out.
The classic advice.
But why is that so crucial for screen prints? The guide says it's literally about shielding the print from friction.
That's exactly it. Creates a barrier.
I learned that the hard way. Tossed a favorite band shirt in with jeans once. Zipper versus print. Not pretty.
Oof. Yeah, zippers and buttons are print killers.
So sorting it really, really matters then.
It absolutely does. Turning it inside out is non-negotiable, like you said, for reducing friction. And yes, sorting carefully is essential. Keep those printed shirts away from rough stuff denim, anything with zippers, buttons, things that can snag or rub and just wreck the print.
Okay.
And if you got stains, pre-treat them, sure. But do it gently. Don't scrub right on the print itself. You could mess up the ink.
Gentle pre-treating. Got it. So, okay, shirts are prepped, ready for the machine. What are the absolute must-dos in the wash itself?
Right, the wash cycle. Well, here's something maybe surprising. Water temperature is huge.
Oh, yeah. Hot water cleans better, right?
Or no. That's the common myth. For screen prints, you absolutely need cold water, like 30 degrees Celsius, which is 86 Fahrenheit, or even lower.
Cool.
Because hot water is basically the enemy here. It can make the ink expand and contract in ways it shouldn't, which weakens the bond between the ink and the fabric fibers. And that leads directly to the cracking, the fading, all the stuff we hate. Plus, it wears out the fabric itself faster over time.
Wow, okay. Cold water it is. What about the cycle?
Always go for gentle or delicate. You want to minimize the agitation, the tumbling around.
Less stress on the print.
Exactly. And detergent. Mild. Only mild detergent.
And definitely no bleach, I assume.
Oh, absolutely no bleach. That's obvious. It destroys everything. But also, and this is important, no fabric softeners either.
Really? Why no softeners?
They can leave behind a residue, like a coating, on the print. It can actually make the print feel less soft over time, ironically, and potentially clog it up, leading to breakdown.
Huh. Okay, mild detergent, no bleach, no softener. Got it. And this applies to pretty much any screen-printed shirt.
Pretty much universally, yeah. Whether it's a custom shirt from a small shop or one with special inks. Cold, gentle, mild.
Okay. Now, thinking about those really special shirts, the ones that are maybe vintage or just irreplaceable.
Yeah.
Is it ever worth going the extra mile and, hand washing them
Yeah.
for maximum safety?
Oh, absolutely. Hand washing is definitely the gentlest approach you can take. It's ideal for those really valuable or delicate pieces where even a gentle machine cycle feels too risky.
Okay, so how do you do it properly?
It's pretty straightforward, actually. Fill a basin or sink with cool water. Add just a tiny bit of mild detergent. Let the shirt soak for maybe 10-15 minutes.
Just soak, not scrub.
Right, let it soak. Then, gently swish the water around. Agitate it gently, but be really careful not to rub the printed areas directly.
Yeah.
Then drain the soapy water. Rinse thoroughly with cool, clean water until all the soap is gone. And here's a key part. Press the excess water out. Don't wring it.
Ah, no wringing. Why not?
Wringing can stretch the fabric, especially when wet, and it can totally distort or even crack the print. So just press gently between your hands or maybe roll it in a clean towel.
Good tip. Press, don't wring. So hand washing is best for like custom stuff or maybe vinyl prints too.
Yeah, exactly. If your main goal is making it last as absolutely long as possible, preserving every little detail, hand washing is the gold standard.
Okay, that makes sense for the super special ones. So shirts are clean. Now, drying, you said that's just as critical. It's not over once the wash is done.
Not at all. How you dry is hugely important. And in the drying dilemma, let's call it, air drying wins. Hands down. It's unequivocally the best choice.
Chair drying. Okay, how? Just toss it over a chair.
Well, you can do better than that for the shirt shape. Specific techniques. You can hang it on a nice rounded hanger that avoids those weird shoulder bumps.
Ah, good point.
Or you could lay it flat on a clean, dry surface,
Mhm.
like a drying rack, or even on a towel maybe, in a spot with good air circulation.
Okay, inside or outside?
Inside is generally better, or at least in the shade if outside. Here's a critical detail people often miss.
Yeah.
Keep it out of direct sunlight.
Why is that? UV rays.
Exactly. Those UV rays are brutal. They cause significant fading over time, and it's irreversible.
Yeah.
So shade is your friend.
Okay, air dry, rounded hanger or flat, no direct sun, and I guess make sure it's totally dry before putting it away.
Oh, absolutely. Got to stress that. Make sure it's completely dry before you wear it or fold it up and put it in a drawer. Prevents any chance of mildew or musty smells.
Right, okay. But let's be honest. Sometimes you just need to use the dryer. Life happens.
True. Happens to us all.
So if you absolutely must use a machine dryer, are there rules? Even low heat feels risky, doesn't it? Or
Right.
can you actually do it safely?
It's a great question. And you're right. Air drying is always the preference. Always. But if the machine is your only option, you're not just like minimizing damage. You are actively trying to prevent the worst outcomes.
Okay, how?
The absolute key is the lowest heat setting possible. Ideally, find an air fluff or no heat setting if your dryer has one. That's the safest bet.
Airflow. Got it.
And here's a pro tip. Pull the shirt out while it's still slightly damp.
Still damp, not fully dry.
Yeah, just a little bit damp. The remaining moisture actually helps prevent the print from getting too hot and sticking to itself, or to the inside of the dryer drum.
Ah, I see.
Too much direct, intense heat, even on low, can sometimes cause peeling or cracking if it sticks. So pull it out slightly damp, immediately smooth out any wrinkles by hand, and then hang it up or lay it flat to finish drying completely.
Okay, lowest heat. Pull out damp, smooth, finish air drying. That seems doable in a pinch.
Exactly. It's about managing the risk when air drying isn't practical.
Cool. So we've covered washing and drying basics. Now, you mentioned earlier that different print types have different needs. Let's circle back to that. What makes them unique?
Right. This is where knowing a little about how the print got on the shirt really helps. Let's talk about heat transfer prints.
Okay, heat transfers, like iron-ons.
Sort of, yeah. Unlike screen printing, where ink goes onto the fabric, heat transfers usually involve a separate layer, maybe vinyl, maybe special paper, with the design that gets applied using heat and pressure. It's essentially glued on.
Okay, so heat is involved in making it.
Exactly. Which is why high heat, in the wash or the dryer, is its absolute nemesis.
Ah, because it messes with the glue.
Precisely. It compromises that adhesive bond. That's what leads to peeling, cracking, bubbling, all that stuff you see on older transfers sometimes.
Gotcha. Avoid high heat for transfers. What about, you mentioned DTG, direct to garment.
Yep, DTG. Think of it like a high-tech inkjet printer, but for t-shirts.
Okay.
It sprays specialized ink directly onto the fabric. This allows for really amazing detail, full-color, complex designs that might be tough for traditional screen printing.
Sounds cool. How does that affect care?
Well, the ink bonds pretty well with the fabric, but it's still fundamentally ink sitting on the surface, maybe soak in a bit. So it definitely still benefits from all the gentle care we talked about. Cold water, gentle cycle, friction, and high heat can still wear away at that ink layer over time.
So treat it gently like screen prints.
Generally, yes. Maybe slightly more durable in some ways, but gentle care is still the best way to keep it looking great. And then there's sublimation prints.
Sublimation, heard of that, but what is it exactly?
This one's really different. With sublimation, the ink starts as a solid. Then under heat and pressure, it turns into a gas.
A gas? Seriously?
Yeah, and that gas permeates and permanently dyes the fibers of the fabric itself. It only works well in synthetics like polyester or polyblends.
Whoa! So the ink becomes part of the fabric.
Exactly. It's not sitting on top, it's in the fabric, which makes these prints incredibly durable. They're basically immune to cracking or peeling like other methods. Fading is much less of an issue, too.
So sublimation is basically indestructible.
Well, nearly for the print itself. But you still want to treat the garment well. So cold water, gentle cycles are still recommended just to keep the t-shirt fabric itself in good shape, especially if it's a blend. But the print itself, super tough.
That's fascinating. So knowing the print type really does change things a bit. Okay, so let's talk reality. What happens when, despite trying our best, a shirt does start cracking or fading? What's actually going on there? And can we, reverse it?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? When you see print cracking, often, honestly, it might have started before you even watched it.
How so?
It frequently comes down to improper curing when the shirt was made. Curing is basically heating the ink to a specific temperature for a specific time, so it chemically bonds, really bonds, with the fabric.
Ah, like baking it on.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's undercured, not heated enough, or long enough, that bond is weak from the start, so it's prone to cracking really easily, sometimes after just one wash, or even just from stretching.
So if it's already cracked because it wasn't made right, can I fix it?
Unfortunately, no, you can't really reverse a crack that's already formed.
Yeah.
But following all the proper washing and drying steps we've talked about, cold water, gentle cycle, air dry can absolutely prevent it from getting worse. It stops further deterioration and helps you keep wearing it longer.
Okay, so prevention is key, even if it's already started. What about fading colors?
Fading is almost always down to two main culprits: too much heat or harsh chemicals.
Heat from hot water or the dryer?
Exactly. And harsh detergents, especially anything with bleach alternatives or optical brighteners, can strip the color pigments out of the ink over time.
Okay. Is fading reversible?
No, once the pigment is gone, it's gone. But the good news here is that it directly reinforces what we've been saying. Switch to cold water washes. Use only mild, gentle detergents. Air dry whenever possible. Doing that will significantly slow down the fading process and help keep the colors vibrant for much longer.
That's incredibly helpful. So some damage might be baked in from the start, but how we treat the shirt makes a massive difference in how long it lasts and how good it looks.
Absolutely. Your care routine is hugely impactful.
Okay, to really nail this down for everyone listening, let's consolidate. Can you give us the quick reference, the absolute do's and don'ts, based on that Pixel Pulse guide?
Sure thing. Let's summarize the core do's and don'ts to really protect those shirts. Think this is your cheat sheet.
Perfect.
Do's. First, always turn the garment inside out before you wash it and before you dry it, too. Protects that print.
Inside out. Check.
Use cold water. Remember, 30 Celsius, 86 Fahrenheit or lower.
Cold water. Check.
Choose a gentle or delicate wash cycle. Minimize the stress.
Gentle cycle. Check.
Use a mild detergent. And absolutely no bleach or fabric softeners.
Mild detergent. None of the bad stuff. Check.
Air dry whenever you possibly can. Hang it on a rounded hanger or lay it flat. Keep it ventilated.
Air dry preferred. Check.
And always check the garment's own care tag first. Sometimes there are specific instructions for that particular shirt or fabric.
Follow the tag. Good one. Check. Okay, those are the do's. What about the don'ts?
Don'ts. Pretty much the flip side. Never use hot water. It just degrades everything.
No hot water. Check.
Avoid bleach, obviously, but also any harsh detergents. They strip color and weaken fibers.
No harsh chemicals. Check.
Do not dry your shirts on high heat in the dryer. If you must machine dry, use low or no heat and pull it out damp.
No high heat drying. Check.
Never, ever iron directly over the printed design.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds like a disaster.
It is. Melts the print right off sometimes. If you absolutely have to iron, turn the shirt inside out first, use the lowest heat setting, and be quick about it.
Iron inside out, low heat. Check.
Don't dry clean screen printed stuff. The chemicals used in dry cleaning can be really harsh on the inks.
No dry cleaning. Didn't even think of that. Check.
And finally, remember what we said about drying. Avoid direct sunlight. It's a major cause of fading.
Avoid direct sun. Check. That's a pretty clear list.
Yep, stick to those, and your shirts will thank you.
So the core message here really seems to be, well, it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Understanding how to care for these shirts and actually doing it makes a huge difference. It's not some magic secret.
Not at all. It just takes a little bit of intention.
Yeah, that small extra effort. Just remembering to turn it inside out. Choosing cold water, letting it air dry when you can. It genuinely makes a world of difference. Saves you money in the long run, keeps those shirts you love looking good.
Exactly. By following these tips, these insights from the guide, you really can keep those graphic tees looking fresh, looking vibrant, for much, much longer than you might expect.
You're basically taking control, moving from being frustrated to being, well, informed and effective.
That's the goal, empowering you to preserve those garments you really care about.
So as you start thinking about maybe treating your t-shirt collection with a bit more mindful care, here's a final thought to leave you with.
Ooh, okay.
Think about how this whole principle, this idea of specific, thoughtful care tailored to the object might apply elsewhere in your life. Beyond just t-shirts. Maybe it's those favorite sneakers or a piece of vintage furniture, even an old photograph. What other cherished items could benefit from a little bit more specific attention to unlock their hidden longevity, to preserve those unique qualities you love about them? Something to think about.